So you built this?
Yeah.
That's awesome. And you built the swarm box that you caught them in.
Built everything.
Now, guys, I
built the frames too.
We're with His Way Homestead today, and we are in a horizontal. This is a Langstroth style.
A long Langstroth.
Long Langstroth horizontal hive that Doug from His Way Homestead, he built this. Now, this colony here has a unique history. God gave him this colony 16 feet up in a tree and said, I want you to climb up a ladder, stick a box in there, and shake these bees in your face, and I will give you the honey in the future from these if you just do this for my entertainment. I think that's really what God was trying to do
if
there.
If he'd have said that, I don't know if I'd climbed up that ladder.
Sure, you know, like Abraham, you answered the call, and he shook these bees in his face, and they fell down on his face. They went in the box. He captured them, brought them home, put them here, and you're a new beekeeper. That was his first interaction with bees.
I never messed with bees at all.
Because us guys that have been doing it for a few years watched this, and we were amazed that this man did not get stung, and he didn't. He didn't get stung, and it was amazing. So he has these bees in here, and they've been in here how long?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know how long we've had them.
So
it's been like 2 or 3 weeks in this hive.
Yep. So we're going to open these up, and he's done an inspection. He's seen the queen, and we're going to see what's going on here today.
So underneath this board is where my divider is. So I've got a it blocks off the rest of this, right?
So basically, you've got it set up almost as a 10-frame Langstroth hive because of the divider, right? And then you grow horizontally.
Yep.
Whereas in most Langstroth, you know, we're adding boxes to, you know, a 10-frame deep with a 10-frame deep. Then we go mediums or shallows for our supers. So this is just a horizontal. It's the same concept.
And see, with the traditional Langstroth hive, if you want to check the bottom box, you got to lift all those others
Absolutely,
off.
and they're 100 pounds sometimes.
Yeah,
you know,
and
the
honey
big
supers can be very heavy if it's fully loaded with honey. This, I don't have that.
Yeah.
So the drone brood should be, or not drone brood, but just the brood should be over toward the entrance.
Okay.
And the further away should be more honey.
Okay, yeah, because the entrance you've got set up down here.
Yep.
And this box can have 3 entrances, I see.
Right.
So could you actually have 3 colonies?
I could put 3 colonies.
Oh wow,
in there. I don't think I'd want to do it.
Yeah,
but you could.
Yeah. That is really cool. Yeah, because you don't have the ability to grow up, so you definitely, I got you.
Yeah,
okay.
You need to expand.
Okay.
So this should, underneath this board should be the first frame that has bees.
Looks great.
Yeah. Looks like I killed some of them.
That's one of the things about beekeeping. Yeah. Just now, make sure it's not the queen. That's one of the things
I want to make sure that I don't expose these others. Right. I don't want them going in that other part of the box.
I didn't see any small hive beetles move around either. That's a good sign.
Here's the other thing with this too. I've got my small hive beetle traps in the bottom of this with the Freeman trays. Let me see. Come on.
Nope.
This stuff.
There you go.
So here's the.
Oh yeah.
So you can see it's a lot of pollens, a lot of little bee parts and stuff.
Is that oil?
It's vegetable oil.
Vegetable oil. So so you're catching your small hive beetles. Okay, that's pretty awesome.
So what'll happen is there's the number 8 wire in the bottom. It's big enough for the beetles to try to escape from the bees, because the bees will try to protect the hive, and they go down in there and they get caught in the oil and they can't get back up.
So you don't have a screen bottom board. How do you maintain really good ventilation? Do you prop up your tops?
Well, this has got ventilation in the top, and I was feeding them through this, and I just left that open. I quit feeding them.
Yeah.
I'll probably have to start again, because it's going to be.
There's one thing you're going to find, what I'm seeing with this, not having a screen bottom board, is in the winter you're going to get a lot of condensation not having a bottom opening. So that's some research you might want to do on these hives in our climate.
Yeah.
Because the most ventilation is needed in the winter time in our climate, not in the summertime to keep them cool. They're fine. They'll washboard, they'll take care of themselves. But in the wintertime, they're 98 degrees. The ball of bees is 98 degrees in the wintertime, and you will get condensation, and condensation will kill your bees overnight.
Wow.
Overnight. I've got screen bottom boards, and I prop the top open, and I've got vented tops, and my bees live through the winter, 2 winters so far.
Let's take a look. This is the last frame that I put in, and they're not really they're hanging, but they're not really making any comb yet.
Now, did you put wax on your starter strip?
I did, but it doesn't look like there's any there now.
Okay.
But see, you can see there's remnants of wax there.
Yeah.
But it looks like
these are homemade frames. You made these frames yourself?
Yep,
Awesome.
I built all of it.
This is great.
It doesn't look like they're building any comb on that other one. So these are just added. I mean, I really put a lot of empty frames in there. Probably too many.
Then do you know about checkerboarding? Checkerboarding is whenever you have 4 or 5 drawn frames, stick your new frames in between them, because that will eliminate the bee space, and they'll start drawing it out better instead of having it be cross comb or anything. So yeah, I don't see anything there.
I don't see anything there. So maybe we need to move a couple of those.
Yeah, because you got one drawn out there, starting to draw out.
Yeah, this is a new one that they drew out.
And I'm assuming a checkerboarding works just as well in a horizontal hive as it does in a vertical hive.
I would think.
That's beautiful.
I do have a little.
How clean that comb is.
I do have a little cross combing there.
Yep. Yeah, if you have a lot of open space, that, of course, and you're not using any plastic foundations, are you?
No.
Yep.
It's all foundationless.
Yep. Oh, that's beautiful. That is beautiful. So you got brood here in different stages. So there's larva, and there's cap brood, and everything's looking good. Again, I haven't seen hardly any small hive beetles. And since there is brood there, you can maybe see the queen.
Yeah, see, this is doubled up here.
Yep. Now you want to discourage the cross comb, push that in.
Oh, it is just popped out, isn't it?
Yeah. And they'll start to, you need to just push that top part in. Make sure you don't squish the queen or anything.
Yeah. I don't see a queen in there. I think we're okay. Well, you just use your hive tool, or?
Yeah, you can see, let's see where you're at here. Let's see if we can, I'm gonna get these bees out of here.
I got a brush.
Just gonna, and then when I do that, you can just push in. I'm gonna get these bees out and push in with your thumb on that wax. See how I'm getting all the bees out of there?
Yeah.
Just push it again, push it against the top there. Actually smash it against the starter strip there. I know there'll be some bees, you'll lose a few as long as it's not the queen. And that will help. There you go. And then if you can just, so we're gonna start to push that against the wire there. And then they'll fix it quickly, but that'll give it, yeah, there you go. And they'll straighten it all out. Yep, you're good. See, that looks like it does down there, and they'll finish that out. Looks good. This is just really gorgeous. You did a really great job. I like how on the horizontal hive too, how you've got room, to put your frames up.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
That's what I liked about it. This is a heavy one.
Oh, lots of brood. Man, that queen is doing great. She is doing amazing. You have to remove that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll hold this in. Here, you can go ahead and remove it.
Wow, man.
That queen is doing.
Keep that still. I gotta take a photo.
That queen is doing fantastic. And you can pretty much do this.
Here, Mac, you want this?
Take a photo.
But
wow.
and you can pretty much do the same thing right there.
Push that in.
Yeah, just gotta make sure the queen's not in there.
Yeah, because this one's got a lot of potential for a queen, doesn't it?
They go to run.
Hey, can I scrape some of that honey off of my plate?
We haven't got any honey yet.
Yeah, so do the same thing here. I'm gonna shake like this, and then you push them, because now I'm getting them out of there. Now to push it in. There you go. Do the same thing to your left. Yeah, we got the bees out of there. They're good.
They came crawling out.
Yeah, you should be good there now. Man, that queen is doing amazing.
Man, that's a pretty.
It is.
That's a pretty cone. They've almost got that filled up.
So this is that drone brood there?
No,
domed up.
It's
a little domed up.
It could be a little bit. Normally it's a lot bigger, but that looks wonderful.
Just trying to push that in there a little bit more.
Now, is there a reason you didn't smoke?
I just haven't really done it.
Yeah. Okay, if you want to work with a smoker, I'll help you work with it a little bit. Put this right here. I don't see any mites.
What does the mites look like?
They're little red dots on their back. They're very, very small.
Really?
Yeah.
Almost kind of like a chigger, huh?
Yeah, varroa mites. Yeah,
varroa mites?
They look like chiggers, yeah.
Wow.
We don't have those, do we?
We haven't seen any.
Yeah, I haven't seen any, but you know, they're really, really small.
It's amazing how quick they stick these things together.
Oh, yeah.
This kind of big.
This one's heavy.
Man, look how good this queen is doing, everyone. I mean, there's hardly any holes, and the ones that are holes have larvae in it. That means this is a very, very good queen you've got. I mean, she is amazing. Yeah, there's a little drone brood at the bottom. Yeah, it's capped out a little bit more.
A little domed up.
Yeah, but my drone brood looks a lot more pronounced than that. So I'm not even sure that is drone brood, because you know mine is so much bigger.
Yeah.
I'm really surprised I haven't seen the queen yet. Usually when you pull her out though, she runs to the other side almost instantly.
Well, they're really tended to them. Look at them.
Now you know about rolling bees, right? How not to roll your bees.
You just got to be careful putting them in, not too close.
Yeah, so you take out a frame like you did, right? So you have one empty space, and then when you separate and pull up, never try to stick your frame in with lots of bees on it. Usually the last frame I stick in is one that doesn't have hardly any bees on it.
Okay. So I want to make sure there's plenty of gap between.
Yep. And then when you get towards the bottom, before you're getting ready to set this down, the queen likes to go under, and she may get under the end and hide, and you squish her on the end. So usually what I do there, I'll show you what I do there. Yeah, watch this. Hold on to this for a second. See. Again, I'm not an expert, so what I do is I'm setting it down, I kind of do this.
Yeah.
So what I do is on the ends there, it kind of agitates them, and they'll get out of the way.
Oh, okay.
Right?
So they feel a little pressure and then they move.
And then they'll get out of the way. So if you set them straight down, you may squish your queen on the end.
Okay, we don't want to do that.
Don't want to do that.
That would be bad. And then you can move the frame over.
And then you move the next one in, or next one over, and slide it straight up. That way you don't, because you'll see that when they start drawing that out and that comb is wider than the frame, it's hard to get that frame down there even with the frame removed, because there's so many bees and so much comb on there, and you'll roll the queen and she'll die.
This one feels really heavy too.
Brood, it's full of brood. That queen is amazing. You've got more brood in this one hive than I've got in two.
Don't know if that's a good thing or not.
It's great. No, this is exactly what you want to see in a hive, is lots and lots of healthy, uniform brood. You know, it's not just shotgunned across the combs. This queen.
Now, what about all this empty right through here?
Well, what it is that's where they've hatched.
Okay.
And then that's where you'll start seeing she'll lay new eggs. See, almost all of those have a larva in it.
Okay.
See the little larva growing in there?
Yeah, I've seen that before.
Yeah. And then the eggs are little white rice flecks. And I have a hard time seeing them. That's why a lot of times people use the black plastic foundation, because you can see the eggs. Yeah. But you're doing, you're all natural. They're
that's what I'm trying to do.
They're doing amazing.
I'm trying not to check on them much, just let them do their thing.
Because what's really cool for everybody to know is this was a swarm catch. So every bit of comb you see is what these guys have created in the last couple of weeks. You started with nothing, right? Just bees. So this is amazing.
It wasn't like I had old frames with brood on it.
Nothing drawn, no drawn comb, no. Now see how they're starting to get a little agitated? The smoke would help prevent that.
Yeah. I just haven't fooled with it much.
Yeah, when we get done here, we'll light your smoker. Because so have you used your smoker on these bees?
I've never smoked them at all. I haven't used my smoker. I got a smoker, I haven't used it.
Let's do this. If you want, go ahead and close, just set that off the side, close this up. Let's go get your smoker, and I'm gonna show you how different they act. Want to do that? Yeah, let's do that.
So that'll take them down into the hive. Yeah, I can hear them more down inside there. They're really buzzing.
Go around the side. Man, that's beautiful.
Loaded with bees.
Lots of bees, lots of beautiful brood.
Still haven't noticed the queen, but she's definitely a lot of evidence of her.
Now, your weekly inspections, what I usually do is I open it up, and as soon as I take the cover off, I'm looking for black small hive beetles to scurry around, right?
Oh, really?
And if I don't see them scurrying around too much, I know that the bees are taking care of them. I don't have too big of a population. Now you've got the small hive beetle catches down below.
Yeah.
One thing I would also do is get some Swiffer sheets. Generic,
yeah, I saw you use that.
Generic Swiffer sheets. Don't buy the expensive brand. Cut them into like 3" by 3" squares and put them, you know, on the corners. You know, just on the corners. And the bees will chase the small hive beetles there, and the small beetles will get caught. It also gives you a good way to judge your beetle population.
Okay.
You open it up, you look for them to scurry, you lift up the Swiffer sheet, and if there's, you know, 100 beetles in there, yeah, you know, your bees are having a tough time.
Yeah, they're not taking care of business.
Yep. And so if I was to open this up and I pulled out and I saw all the brood you saw on the first 2 or 3 frames, I'm done.
Yeah.
I have nothing left to do today because I know the queen is doing her job and I see no issues. I don't even have to see, I don't even look for the queen.
Yeah. Well, I haven't looked at it for probably 3 weeks. I just
really?
wanted to
Well,
leave them alone.
And did you have near that much brood when you looked last time?
I had a...
Because that's, well, like, I mean, you've got frame after frame of brood.
This is filling out the frame the whole way, and it was like 2/3.
Oh, just with wax?
With comb.
Yeah.
There was brood, but it was mostly like in the bottom half of it.
Yeah. Well,
they really...
You've got brood it's already hatching now. That's those empty holes, and they you know, so this queen she's amazing. I would do anything. That's a really good queen. One other thing is, there's going to be a time where these bees are going to be so busy, and you're not going to get into it for a week or so, and these things are going to be really stuck together. As they get a lot older. You know how you're twisting right here?
Yeah.
That's how you, they say you'll break your frame more likely, that you should do it.
At the upright?
Yeah.
Okay.
Down in here.
All right.
And the frame is a lot stronger right at the upright.
Okay.
And I do the same thing. That you'll find that you'll end up cracking your frames.
Okay.
Of course, you have homemade frames, so they're probably way better than store-bought.
Well, I don't know.
You know,
I just like the challenge of doing it all myself. And
I mean, this looks really good. Man, look at this. That queen.
There's a lot of empties, so there's a lot that hatched out.
A lot of hatched out. That's why you've got a lot more bees now than when you started. You've got a lot more bees. One thing I'm not seeing is too much nectar or honey. Lots of bees.
Yeah.
So you're feeding?
I was.
Yeah.
I stopped.
Well, they're
mostly because I was getting a lot of ants. So I needed to figure out what I'm doing with the ants.
I don't worry about ants. The bees take care of, I mean,
okay.
They don't bother them. The ants are more of an issue for you than they are the bees, in my opinion. You can watch some videos, but the bees will take, the ants are going for the sugar.
Yeah.
They're not going to try to hurt the brood.
Well, I didn't know if they were going for the honey and nectar.
The bees will take care of them if they try to go for that. Now they can share the honey, you know, the sugar water, but the bees should not let ants bother if the bee population is strong enough.
Yeah.
Which yours is. Yours is doing amazing.
That's good to hear. Because
how many frames do you have that don't have anything on them? 2 or 3 frames?
2 or 3. Okay. Should I just take them out?
No. You want whenever you're at 80% drawn comb, you want to make sure that you have 20% space for them to grow.
Okay.
Don't want more than 20% because then
you need them to have something to do.
They gotta have some place to grow. Yep. Because they gotta build comb. They got comb for brood, and then they got comb for honey, and they gotta have a place to put their honey, their food stores. Otherwise, their bees don't have any room. Yep. So that you're second generation bees now. The larvae you're seeing in these,
this is almost all empty.
Yeah. See, and you know how the cells are dark colored.
Yeah.
See how this is light? That's new comb.
Yeah.
This is old comb, and then see how this larva in here? Yeah. That's the second larva that's been in that cell. That's why it's already brown, and now you're on second and third generation now.
That's good.
Yep.
They're reproducing.
Absolutely. Yeah, 28-day living cycle, or of bee cycle, 45-day from egg to death. 45 days. That's all bee lives. Yeah. Doing great.
They're all over that end wall.
Let me check here.
Look at that.
Oh yeah. Yep. They're doing great. As long as you've got 20% space. So in a horizontal hive, they tend to put their brood towards the entrance. Is that what you're told? Okay.
Yeah, because I think it's because it doesn't take much for them to go in and tend it and then go back out.
Gotcha.
So now we just move these closer. Should I move, should I put an empty frame in between some of these?
I would not yet, because you still got a lot of space on them. I think they're fine. What I would do when you get towards the end here, we'll put one of the ones that has no brood on it. It's drawn comb in between one of the two empty ones. That helps cross combing.
So the smoke will just take them and they'll go down on the comb.
Yep, they'll start drinking honey, nectar.
But I don't have a whole lot of nectar.
You got more than you think. What they do is each frame, the center will tend to be brood, and the outside edges is where they'll put the nectar.
Okay.
It's the same thing in a wild comb. They don't just have a frame. They don't have frames, right?
Yeah.
So they've got wax, and on the center they'll put the brood, and on the outside edges they'll put the honey. So the food's close enough to each to get the food to the brood.
So the nurse bees can tend the brood.
Yep.
So do I need to smoke this to get them to go down in there?
So now you're getting ready to do that.
Boards back on?
Yeah. So let's go ahead and smoke them. You don't want to get too close to them. You just want to point it down to them.
Like that.
A little bit closer. Yeah. And just kind of push it across them. There you go. See how I'm look at them react. Look at that. Just go all the way across the top, and now start just putting them where you want. And you just keep doing that, as you add boards to it. Keeps you from squishing your bees. Look at that. See how they're just gone.
Yeah. So I notice sometimes when I brush them, it really makes them mad.
Yeah. I never brush my bees. They get out of the way, or I lose a few.
Move or die.
Yeah. Doug, that was an awesome inspection of this swarm catch. I have never seen that much brood, especially in something that didn't have wax. How many weeks ago was there no wax?
I'd have to look at it. It's probably been 5 or 6 weeks.
So 5 or 6 weeks. What you guys saw today was all created by these bees in 5 or 6 weeks. All the brood, all the wax, and Doug has made every single piece of wood that's here. Doug has put together. So that was really a great job. You're doing a really good job with the bees. Continue to learn. I know I'm continuing to learn. I've been doing it for about 3 years now, and I'm still learning something every single time.
I got a lot
something
to learn.
happens to me. But you're doing a great job, man. That's I appreciate you coming and let me take a look at it.
Hey, I appreciate you looking at it with me and pointing out some things and helping me out. So.
Yeah, and I've never seen a horizontal Langstroth long hive like this, so I'm really pumped to see him progress with it. It's going to be cool to see him start to harvest honey next year from this hive. I definitely want to come down and see that. So
yeah, so I'm a lot older than you, so I didn't want to lift up all those boxes. On the top.
Yeah, that's why I went with 8 frame hives, because 8 frames are lighter than the 10 frame hives.
That's true.
So well, I sure appreciate it, and hope everyone enjoyed seeing these bees. Everyone have a blessed day, and go RidgeLife.
Go RidgeLife.
Awesome, thank you.
His way's the best way.
There you go.